Hello, friends. I hope many of you are logged into the system software session and you are able to listen me. I hope uh, you will send me personal WhatsApp, the screenshot and whatever to tell me that you are listening me clearly. I hope you are able to see the presentation slides as well as me in one corner. So, friends, uh, I think there are 37 students are there logged in. So, should I start? Just raise for 30 seconds or 1 minute your hand so that I can start the session. Thank you. Abhishek, Aishwarya, Anish Raj, Chinmay, Deepali, Hruday is also there, Kimaya, Monica, Nayan, then Suyog is there, Tanmay is there. So please, today I am going to give you the general idea that what will be the how we are going to learn this system software. Actually, this is a let me tell you that this is a really a little complicated subject. First thing is that. Second thing is that the if you want to understand concepts clearly, then you must have crystal clear concepts of TOC, very, very clear. TOC must be clear to you. No matter in TOC, there are many topics we are learn like Turing machine, push down automata, and PCP, post correspondence problem. Everything, all are logical. See, let me tell you, no matter whether where you may require this thing as in your professional life as a programmer or software engineer or maybe some professional, but let me tell you, due to these subjects like system software means compilers and TOC, theoretical computer science, so whatever the algorithms or whatever technical mathematical technicals you are learning, or some algorithms are you are learning, you are learning how to apply the logic on some problem like post correspondence problem, yeah, modified post correspondence problem, that is MPCP. So you understand how to attack the problem. You can analyze. If you have some new problem, you can analyze that problem, and then if you have ability to analyze the problem, then you can divide that problem into some parts, and then you can attack that problem. So dividing a problem is a best way to solve any complex problem. Actually, this is a general strategy used in any area, right from building construction to anywhere else. So now, uh, for building the concepts of big software, for example, I have given you example that nowadays no single company builds a complete software. What is happening? They are dividing that software into parts or modules, and they are outsourcing it. That is called as a modularity. And independent modules are tested on different places, and once they are tested, they are integrated together, and we form a new complete software, and then we test that complete software. We call it as a integration. Now the modules may suppose someone may implement a module in Java, some other module may be implemented in say C language or some other language, and some other module may be implemented in, let us say, Python. So 3 or 4 or different types of modules are there written in different languages. They are tested independently and they are integrated together. So what is happening? Some module is taking something as an input and it is generating something as an output. And that output is fed as input to some other module like this. So this is how the big software works. So in this subject, we are learning that thing. What we are learning? We are learning compilation process or translation process in terms of parts or phases. or even you can say stages. You can call it as a pass. Different pass or phase has different functions. So we are implementing those functions in different phases, different places, and then we are clubbing all the modules or passes together, and we have one single software or application. So that thing is there. So TOC concepts will definitely help you. Today, what I will do is that I will try to give you the general idea about what is a minimization. We shall today discuss about one or two examples that how we can minimize any given machine, FSM, finite state machine. So there are different ways. For example, they may give you NFA and they may ask you to minimize it. So what do you have to do? You have to convert that given NFA into first DFA. And then you can minimize that converted DFA into some other machine. There are many other ways. For example, we know that a transition diagram is equivalent to transition table, right? It is representing same machine or same set. So each transition diagram or machine is representing some language set of words. So you can represent a transition diagram or machine in terms of some regular expression. Please note this thing. So if you are able to, if you are able to design some regular expression from given machine, then it is possible to reduce the regular expression. So you might have learned in last year that there are different theorems like Arden's theorem is there, or different properties are there like associativity, commutativity, whatever. So we can apply those properties to the given regular expression and we can minimize that regular expression. And from regular expression, we can build a machine. We can build either NFA or we can build with DFA. So again, there can be some problems like there might be epsilon transitions or empty transitions can be there. So there are different ways to remove epsilon transitions. Today, we are not going to understand or we are not going to deal with how to remove the epsilon transitions from a given machine. And we are not going to understand what is the epsilon closure, but whatever I am talking, I suggest that you just refer your previous year notes so that you can refresh it. So generally in unit 1 of system software or compiler, they generally ask some example, maybe for 7 or 8 marks, and that is fixed. So one question is on minimization, and one question might be on conversion of NFA to DFA. So that they definitely ask. So either because there are two questions are there or question 1 and 2. So minimization question is there is a sure lead on minimization. Second sure lead is that some NFA to DFA. So today what we are doing, we are trying to understand what are different ways of minimization. I will just introduce you one method that is called as a table filling algorithm, or there are many other names like Mihaly-Nerode theorem is there. I will talk later in next session. And so today I will just introduce it. What is a table filling algorithm and how can we minimize? Actually, what is happening? We are every machine is nothing but it is a set of states from Q0 to let us say Qn. So what we are doing, we are dividing that set into partitions, and again we try to divide recursively the sets into next partitions until there is no more partitions possible. So this I am revising that normally it is given by M, Q alphabet is there, delta is there, Q0 normally is the initial state and set of state is F. I again repeat that there might be more than one final initial state, please note, and as well as there can be more than one final state in any machine. That's why there are 2 or 3 circles are there, double circles are there. And what is job machine? Job of machine is to recognize the set of words, given set of words from given language. So what we do, we start reading the characters from left to right. We do the transitions as per the inputs from one state to another state, and we process complete word. If we reach into final state, we suppose that given word is belonging to that set. Now, let us say we have machine 1, already it is given, and we want to minimize it. So new machine will be M2. So one machine M1 may have 7 or 8 or 10 states might be there. And when we minimize it, we may get machine 2, there might be 3 or 4 or maybe less number of states than original machine. But we have to assure that language generated by machine 1 must be equal to language generated by machine 2. So how to assure this thing? So there are theoretical proofs are there in your book, previous year books. This is not time to discuss that how machine 1 and 2 are equivalent and how they are generating same language L. So M1 is a given machine, M2 is a new machine, which we are minimizing by using any one of the methods. So today I am just introducing you. Most of you already might be familiar how to minimize it. Now here there is a simple example. There is a one machine M1 and there are 6 states are there in original machine. So if we apply some method, like say Mihill-Nerod method or partitioning method or equivalent state method or maybe some table filling algorithm. So please note that there are different ways. ऐसा नहीं है कि भाई आपने एक मशीन है आपको और आपने एक मेथड यूज किया तो उसका आउटपुट कुछ अलग आएगा. आपने वही मशीन के ऊपर में दूसरा मेथड यूज किया तो उसका आउटपुट अलग आ सकता है. अगर आप तीसरा मेथड यूज करेंगे सेम मशीन पे तो यू मे गेट डिफरेंट मशीन. So it is not necessary, it is not compulsory. Please note कि all methods should reduce given machine into fixed minimum machine. It is not possible because this is a logical problem, and it also depends on types of transactions. How many transactions are there from one state to another? How they are nested? How many loops are there? Like. And second thing is that there are some tips. There is no need to do anything before minimization. Just we can observe the given machine. And by observing that machine, we can understand that there can be some states which are unreachable states or useless states. Or you can say that inaccessible states. Actually, these are 3 different terms are there and their meaning is also different. Unreachable state or inaccessible state means what? If you start from initial state Q0, then you are not able to reach that state. वो डायरेक्शन एरो ही नहीं है उसमें वहां पे जाने के लिए. For example, if you start with Q0, you can reach to Q5. First you will go to the 4 and then you will go to 5. Forget about the input, on what input you are traveling. And there can be some useless states. For example, you can identify just by observing without any computation कि भाई इसमें की useless states कौन सी है. तो you can easily guess that state number 4 and 5, Q4 and Q5 can be removed क्योंकि उसका कुछ काम ही नहीं है. Why? Because they are not useful to recognize any word. If you process any word and if you halt in Q4 or Q5, so these are non-final states. So it will not, machine will not give you idea the given word is a recognize or not, yes or no. because 4 and 5 both are not final states. No matter you may loop so many times, like A, many times A, then again B, again many times B, then A, like you can loop, but you are not able to reach to final destination. Here, state number 2 and 3 are final state. They are double circled. So instead of applying any method or algorithm, you can directly remove some useless states. So what will happen if you don't remove? What will happen if you apply some method, say algorithm, say like table filling algorithm? So it will increase your computation steps. It will unnecessarily increase your computational steps. So that's why it is not advised to compute useless states. There is no need. We can avoid extra efforts or in computation by removing useless states. So this is one example that state number 4 and 5 is a useless. So you can apply your method, whatever method you are selecting without Q4 and Q5. You can draw the transition table for this machine and then you can work out. Now this slide tells you how to minimize. There are different ways to minimize table filling algorithm. See, I am not forcing you to use the table filling algorithm depending on the problem. When in exam they ask you minimize the machine, then you wisely observe the transition complexity of that diagram and then you can use some method. And by using that method, you can minimize it. You will get full marks. Don't worry that examiner will never ask you to minimize some machine by using palana method. So it is in your hand. So depending on the complexity of the given diagram, number of states, क्योंकि बहुत बार क्या होता है state बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं. So you cannot use general methods. If there are large number of states and complex diagram is there, then you can use table filling algorithm. Again, there are two other methods are there. BFS means breadth first search algorithm and depth first search algorithm is there. You can also use it. So it is not in syllabus, so I will not discuss about it, how to do it, but you can use these methods also. And third approach is that you can just observe the transition diagram and you can identify which states are equivalent. So I will be showing you how to identify the pairs of states equivalent, how to distinguish it. So we can call it as a distinguishable state, or you can call it as a equivalent state. So I suggest you use any method which is comfortable to you. It is not compulsory to use particular method for given problem, unless that examiner has written minimize this machine by using this algorithm या method, तो ही आपको उसको ये करना है. So first step should be remove unreachable states. Now here is an example. I hope you are able to see the diagram clearly on your maybe laptop or desktop or mobile phone. So given machine M1 is there, 3 states are there, only one initial state is there and one final state is there. And you have to just observe before applying any method. See what you can do. So if you read the slide, you can see that it is not possible to visit state number 2. If you start from initial state, it is not possible to reach to state number 2. This is one example. It is not necessary. They will give you such example in your theory exam. So what you can do in such cases, you can directly remove that inaccessible state. So you will get remaining only 2 states, 0 and 1. And you can say that this is a minimized machine. So this is the way. So simply remove the inaccessible state and you will get the new machine, that is M2, where there are only two states. So right now we are not testing whether the actual M1 and M2 are recognizing same set of words. Right now we are just thinking. So this is one example how you can minimize by identifying inaccessible states. Now here is another example. Again, three states are there, but there is one loop. So if you start with Q0, you can go to Q1 and then you can reach to Q2. So Q2 here, it is not inaccessible. It is not a useless state. Now in such situation, if you have a small diagram, you can check the equivalence of the states. So we shall see another example, okay, how to check. So if you have transition table for a given machine, means if they give you transition diagram, you first draw the transition table, and from that transition table you can easily identify which states are equivalent. So here Q0 and Q2 are equivalent. Why? The explanation is given here. So on input 0, Q0 is reaching into Q1, Q2 is also reaching into Q1, and on input 1, Q0 is reaching into Q0 and Q2 is reaching into Q0. See here, you can so I hope you got the idea. So this is a way you can do by processing individual states on particular input. So there can be input like A, B, C, D, whatever. Right now here we are considering only two inputs, 0 and 1. Please note that there can be some machine where the terminal symbols may contain A, B, C, D or whatever, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in that case, it is complicated. So this is a manual method by which you can apply the transition for those selected states and you can check the next state. So in this case, on 0, there is a transition Q1, on 1, there is a transition Q0. So in this way, you can club Q0 and Q2 together and you can generate new machine. So here this is again a minimized machine which contains only two states and which is equivalent to original given machine M1. So this is a way. Why I am writing this? Because there can be some machine where there can be more than two inputs like A, B, C, D or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like. So in that case, you have to manually check equivalence of the state transitions. So this is a symbol, 3 red lines are there. It is just like equal to, normally we call it as a equivalence symbol. So this is one way. Now here we are taking some bigger example. There is a machine given like Q1 to Q5, total 5 states are there. 2 final states are there like Q3 and Q5, red color is there. And there is only one initial state Q1. So please compare this transition table with the given transition diagram. Please note that it may happen that I may draw some transition, maybe 0 and 1, some wrong direction. So you check it or verify it, whether this transition diagram is correct. It is matching to the transition table. That's why we say that transition table and transition diagram are equivalent. In same way, regular expression to particular machine is equivalent, means they represent same set. Actually, transition table or transition diagram, it represents some set L. So this is a machine. So I will go to the next slide. So here, from just watching the truncheon table, here I have painted the yellow strip. Here you can indirectly get the idea that Q2 and Q4 are equivalent states because their transition on 0 and 1 is same. So Q2 on 0 goes to Q3. Q2 on 1 goes to Q5. Similarly, Q4 on 0 goes to Q3 and Q4 on 1 goes to Q5. So net transition on input 0 and 1, that is input alphabet, is same. So you can consider Q2 and Q4 as a equivalent states. So this is a symbol. So that's why transition table is very important, because transition table just at a glance gives you idea which states are equivalent. There might be many other states. See, this is a way of minimization or finding the equivalence. But there is a little problem with this method. If there are large number of inputs, input symbols like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and n, and large number of states, then manually we cannot do, or we cannot find equivalence in all states. And here what is happening? We are thinking in terms of pairs only. We are not considering a bunch of sets, 3 or 4 or 5 at a time. But still, this approach is simple and it gives you idea. So whatever the Q2 and Q4 are there, Q2 and Q4, you can club them together. So like this. So once you club Q2 and Q4, you already have previous transition diagram, that is a M1. And by clubbing, you can generate a new transition diagram, M2. So here what is happening? Instead of Q2, you are writing Q2, Q4. And instead of writing Q4, you are writing Q2, Q4. तो जहां पे भी Q2 या Q4 है, हम उसको पेयर से रिप्लेस करते हैं. So that pair is a Q2, Q4. And that's why it is represented in brace brackets. Please note, see, in writing in exam, the notation also has marks. If you don't write a brace bracket, if you write a simple bracket or square bracket, so they will not give marks on steps. So brace brackets represents a set of states. There can be 1, 2, 3, 4 or whatever. So you must write brace bracket. Here I am painting Q5 and Q3 in red color, but in actuality you should circle it in transition table. So you got a new transition table M2, which contains only 4 states. And we have club Q2 and Q4. Even you can name that this new state as A, B, C, whatever, capital A, B, C, D, you can give it. That's not a problem. So in this way, you are generating new transition table from M1 to M2. And once you have a transition table, you can draw a diagram like this, which is given on right corner. So hope you got the idea. This is the way. In this way we can proceed. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? M1 से M2, M2 से M3, M3 से M4, like we can generate the new transition tables from previous transition table, and somewhere we have to stop. But this is a basic, very, very basic method. This method do not capture all the things. It is not efficient. क्या होता है अगर समझो आपके पास में 100 states है, more than 100 states, and बहुत सारे input symbols है like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 5, 6. हम manually, if you start doing manually, it will create problem somewhere. You may you may do the equivalence, and once you do any mistake in particular step, तो क्या होगा, वो टेबल 1 से टेबल 2 में रिफ्लेक्ट होगा, टेबल 2 से टेबल 3 में रिफ्लेक्ट होगा. इस तरीके से आपका पूरा जो सॉल्यूशन है वो एरर जो है, आपकी जो गलती है वो परकोलेट होते जाएंगी, और आपका जो एंड सॉल्यूशन है वो रॉन्ग रहेगा. But for small diagrams, normally if there are 4 or 5 or 6 states are there, then this is a good method, and it doesn't take too much time. Even you don't have to think too much, and you can draw the new diagram from first transition table like this. So what limitations? If there are large number of states, manually it is very hard to minimize, find the equivalence among the different states. So what is happening here? Again, first row and third row are there, and they are giving same output, Q2, Q4, Q2, Q4, Q3, and Q3. So again, you can minimize this. So I'm not doing, I'm just telling you that you can minimize M2 table again further. And in this way, you can reduce from total states are rows are 4. You can reduce new table into 3 rows. So it is possible. So you will definitely get some solution like this, and try to compare. M1 is their original diagram, M2 was there, and then you can generate M3 diagram, M3 transition table for this new generated table. So here what you are doing, you are clubbing Q1, Q3. तो Q1, Q3 क्लब करने के बाद में क्या होता है, इंडिविजुअल जो Q3 नाम की जो स्टेप है, there is no need to write it. So in this way, you are reducing to 3 states, and from this table you can generate new machine M3. So which will be probably equivalent to original machine M1. So this is homework for you. Just draw the new transition diagram M3. Now this is one algorithm. Actually, this is called as a minimization algorithm. You read it later in detail. I will be just telling you how we can use this algorithm to minimize, because this algorithm is very systematic approach to find the equivalence among states. So how we are doing equivalence? We are taking pairs of states. एक state दूसरा state, उसका हम pair बनाते हैं, and then we test it on input like 0, on input 1, like. So it is changing changing from original state to next state. So in this way we are doing it recursively. So this algorithm, you can download this PPT, then you can read it carefully how this is logic. But it is something called as a table filling algorithm. It is a recursive discovery of distinguishable pair. So I will be telling you what is a distinguishable pair. If 2 pairs are not equivalent, then they are distinguishable. This is simple definition. Now you know what is equivalent pair. हमने 3 equal to sign का symbol देखा था. So if pair is not equivalent, then it is a distinguishable. Now we are using triangular matrix. So we are putting blank. We are not doing anything if it is a distinguishable. अगर वो डिस्टिंग्विशेबल पेयर है तो हम उसको क्रॉस करते हैं लाइक दिस. मतलब ब्लैंक स्क्वायर है तो वो डिस्टिंग्विशेबल है, इक्विवेलेंट है, दैट्स इट. और हम क्या करते हैं, वो जो पेयर है उसको ऑन इनपुट 0 और 1 को चेक करते हैं, उसका ट्रांजिशन, नेक्स्ट ट्रांजिशन, एंड इफ इट इज गिविंग सेम देन वी डू नॉट डू एनीथिंग. लेकिन उनका ट्रांजिशन अलग अलग है तो वही मार्क इट बाय क्रॉस सिंबल. सो लेटर यू जस्ट रिपीट दिस. सो एनीवे, हाउ टू प्रोसीड? So given set of states are given as a queue, तो हम क्या करते हैं, क्यू को दो पार्टीशन में डिवाइड करते हैं. तो we call first partition as a P0, second partition as a P1, third partition as P2, P3, like this until we get no more further partitions. तो P0 consists of Q minus F, मतलब नॉन फाइनल स्टेट्स, and simply capital F मतलब सिर्फ final states. So this is way how to divide given set of states. Now this is one example. Second example. Here A, B, C, D and E. Total 5 states are there. Here only one initial state is there and one final state is there. Final state is double circled. Initial state is indicated by arrow. So in exam you have to be very, very punctual. You must put proper symbols. Even you can put circle in this table, transition table, M, around E. So circle indicates the final state. Arrow indicates initial state. So we have Q is equal to A, B, C, D, E. So we can divide into two parts. So F is only one state, that is E, and Q minus F means A, B, C, D, like this. So this is the first partition. So I hope you got. And I know that there are many people who are familiar with this, but I am repeating it. So what we are doing, we are plotting a triangular matrix. So please note how to plot it. So actually it is a matrix, complete matrix, 5 by 5, but we are dividing it. We are only using lower diagonal part. And we are labeling it A, B, C, D, and horizontally B, C, D, E. So this is the way we label it. So on horizontal axis, you start with the first state, second state, third state, and whatever. So n minus 1 states will be there on horizontal axis. And on vertical axis, you start with second state and remaining states are plotted. B, C, D, E, like this. Now, how we are marking cross? Because we have two partitions, like P0 contains two partitions, A, B, C, D, and E is there. So we start with so what is happening? If you start with A, so A is compared with E, B is compared with E, C is compared with E, and D is compared with E. If you start from lowest layer, and we are putting cross. Why cross? Because ABCD ये जो है ये एक पार्टीशन है and E वाला दूसरा पार्टीशन है. So A and E, this is a pair. तो ये डिस्टिंग्विशेबल है क्योंकि इसमें का आधा पार्ट इधर है ना आधा पार्ट उधर है. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज क्रॉस. अगर एक ही सेट में का मैपिंग रहता है then we don't cross. So we shall see it in next slide. If you consider BE, तो B इधर के साइड में है, E दूसरे साइड में है. If you compare CE, तो C वाला पार्ट जो है, C जो है वो एक पार्ट में है और E जो है वो दूसरे पार्ट में है. सेम थिंग इज विद D. D मतलब एक पार्टीशन में है और E जो है वो दूसरे पार्टीशन में है, लाइक दिस. सो दिस इज इनिशियल पार्टीशन. पहले हमने हमारे पास में एक ही सेट था, उसके हमने दो बनाए और हम क्रॉस किसको करते हैं, जो भी पेयर है हम चेक करते हैं कि भाई एक ही सेट में की है क्या. हियर टू सेट्स आर देयर. P0 आपको आप ऑब्जर्व कीजिए, देयर आर ओनली टू सेट्स आर देयर. तो डिफरेंट अगर पेयर में अगर डिफरेंट आइटम्स है तो हम उसको क्रॉस करते हैं. सो इन दिस वे recursively we compare with all pairs. So this is one step 1. You can call it as a pass 1 like this. तो अभी जो ब्लैंक स्क्वायर्स है उसको हम मैच कर सकते हैं. यू कैन राइट इट CD, BD, AD, फिर हम BC लिख सकते हैं और AC लिख सकते हैं एंड लास्ट वाला AB लिख सकते हैं. सो हियर वी कैन हैव ब्लैंक जो भी स्क्वायर्स है उसको हम पर्टिकुलर सीक्वेंस में लिखना चाहिए 1 2 3 4 अप टू 6. तो 6 पेयर्स हमारे पास में नए जनरेट हो गए पास 1 में जो नॉन क्रॉस है. सो प्लीज सेंड मी screenshots on my personal phone. Also send me your remark whether you are able to understand it or not. See, it may happen that there might be many people who are aware of with this table filling algorithm or equivalence method, but I am doing it slowly. So जो भी blank squares है उसको हमने मैप कर दिया और एक पर्टिकुलर सीक्वेंस से मैप किया. You start with CD, BD and AD, then BC, AC and lastly AB. So you are numbering it. मतलब हमारे पास में we got 6 pairs. तो हमको इसको टेस्ट करना है कि whether they are distinguishable or not. ये जो ऊपर में लिखा है therefore AE, BE, CE and D, ये हमने लास्ट इसमें देखा है कि these are the blank squares. हमने इसको मैप करके रखा है. तो हमको क्या करना पड़ता है, we have from this given pairs we are generating another set of pairs. We want to test it whether they are distinguishable or equivalent. So we are testing 1 to 6 pairs on input 0 and 1. तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको पता चल गया A, E, B, E, C, E and D क्यों आ गया, because they are blank. Anyway, so this is initial partition P0. उसमें दो ही टुकड़े हैं A, B, C, D and E. पास 1 में हमको ये 6 पेयर्स मिली है. We got 6 pairs like CD, BD, AD, BC, AC and AB. If you go in particular sequence, आपका इसको you can easily observe the sequence occurrence. तो we start with first pair CD. तो हम क्या करते हैं, CD को we test CD on 0 and we test CD on 1. तो here in this box, for example, it is given CD on 0, C is going to B. You can test on the transition diagram or transition table is there. On input 0, D is switching to B. That's why it is written BB. And on another side, on input 1, C1 is going to C only, and D1 going to E only. तो क्या हो गया? On processing CD, first pair, please note this, we are processing first pair CD. On 0 transition, we get BB. On 1 transition, we get CE. Please note that कि C इधर के साइड में है और E इधर के साइड में है. On one, that's why we are marking it with X. And on 0 transition, it is B. तो B जो है वो P0 में एक ही सेट में है. It doesn't matter whether it is a BB or some any other. लेकिन जो आउटपुट है, it is in from same set. It is not from different partitions. So this is how we are marking CD position with cross C and D, this one, like this. So this is phase 2. So what we are doing, we are trying to process all the 6 pairs in similar way, and we are putting cross or blank until all squares are examined. अरे भाई, किसी का व्हाट्सएप वगैरह मैसेज नहीं आ रहे, कुछ स्क्रीनशॉट वगैरह? अभिषेक शाह, तन्मय ठाक, बाकी लोग भी थोड़ा थोड़ा भेजो, उसको स्क्रीनशॉट भेजो. आई मे गेट द आइडिया सो दैट आई कैन. देखिए, आई एम गोइंग स्लो. इट डजंट मीन दैट कि आई एम पासिंग योर टाइम. I know that there are certain things which are very, very important. These things may take little time, but for learning unit number 2 and 3 and 4, we require these foundation concepts. So anyway, we have checked the pair CD on 0 and 1 input. In same way, in next step. So second pair is a BD. It is red mark 2. So we are checking BD on 0 transition and 1 transition. So B on 0 is going to B and D on 0 is going to B. That's why it is written BB. In same way, B on 1 going to D and D on 1 going to E. So please check here. BD का 0 transition जो है वो BB में है. So BB is in first part of P0. But on transition 1, we are getting output DE. तो D मतलब इधर के पार्ट में है और E दूसरे पार्ट में है, दूसरे पार्टीशन में है. That's why we are marking it by X. So like this. So we are marking BD. We are not marking DE. So please note, ये जो भी 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 है उसको मार्क कर रहे हैं हम, उसके आउटपुट को मार्क नहीं कर रहे. This is very important. So this is a second pair, BD on 0, BD on 1. अगर मतलब उसका आउटपुट जो है वो डिफरेंट सेट में है तो हम उसको क्रॉस एक्स से मार्क करते हैं. नाउ कंसिडर स्टेट नंबर अपना पेयर नंबर 3. पेयर नंबर 3 इज AD. तो AD 0 में क्या होगा और AD 1 में क्या होगा? A on 0 is going to be, D on 0 going to be. Please note that if you are comfortable, you can refer the transition diagram. If you are comfortable with transition table, you can refer the transition table. Any one is sufficient. In same way, AD on 1, A on 1 is going to C D on 1 is going to E. So again, pair number 3, that is AD, on 0 it is going to BB, and on 1 it is going to CE. Again, C is in this part and E is on another part in partition number P0. तो हम इसको क्रॉस मार्क करते हैं like this. So fourth set is pair is there, fifth is there, and sixth is there. So fourth is BC. BC on 0. B on 0 is going to B, and C on 0 is going to B. B on 1 going to D, and C on 1 going to C. So what is happening? BC pair number 4, BC on transition 0 is converting to BB. Pair number 4, BC on transition 1 going to CD. And that's why C is on one part, E is on in another part. That's why we are marking it by X. So we are marking location of BC, pair number 4, B and C. Here it is blank. Now it is a cross. So we have exam first 4 pairs. Now fifth pair is there, AC. So again, we are checking AC on 0 and AC on 1. So A on 0 is B, C on 0 is B. So that's why pair number 5, red color 5. So on 0 transition, it is going to BB, and on 1 transition, it is going to CC. So A1, C, and C1, C. तो इसमें क्या हो गया? Pair number 5 AC on 0 is transiting to BB, pair BB. मतलब हम पेयर के हिसाब से सोचते हैं, इनिशियल पेयर, नेक्स्ट पेयर, इनिशियल पेयर एंड नेक्स्ट पेयर ऑन नेक्स्ट इनपुट. एंड on input 1 you are going to CC. So C is in one set and second part of this is again in same set. That's why we are not marking it. Therefore we mark pair AC, pair number 5 जो है, we mark it as a equivalent. So we don't mark it, we don't put cross here. So pair number 6. Now last pair is there, 6 pair कौन सी है? AB है. तो AB on 0 and AB on 1. तो A on 0 B है, B on 0 B है. You check it with transition diagram and table. Then A and B on 1, A on 1 C है, and B on 1 D है. Now see, pair number 6, AB on 0 is going to BB. मतलब इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. But on transition number 1, on input 1, AB pair is converting into CD pair. तो C मतलब P0 में एक ठिकान पे है और D क्या हो गया? गड़बड़ हो गया क्या? AB तो AB को यहाँ पे क्रॉस मार्क करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Anyway, let us go ahead. So in this way, we have explored all the transitions or the squares in a lower matrix, lower triangular matrix. तो हमको पता चला कि A and C are equivalent. तो हम क्या करते हैं, जो पहला पार्ट है P0 का, उसमें से A और C को क्लब कर देते हैं और B और D को अलग निकाल लेते हैं. So we suppose that this is partition number 2, मतलब P1, second partition. So in this way we can try with this set. अब इसमें क्या है कि AC मतलब ये दो ही है इसमें, इसलिए कोई इसको चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. But we can recursively apply same method. So anyway, today we have covered almost 55 minutes. Anyway, I will talk about same problem in next session also. I will do rapidly, but I was just trying to tell you how to find the pairs and how to check on different transitions like this. So we have initial transition P0. पहला मतलब Q था, फिर उससे P0, फिर उससे P1. If it is possible, then you can go to P2, P3, and Pn until no more partitions are possible. So here A and C, you can club it like this. So you have transition table, previous transition table, you can club it, and you can directly generate a new minimized machine. So I hope you got this. We are going to take one or two more examples on same method. Don't worry if there is some problem, but if you practice on multiple examples, then perhaps you may get comfortable. So anyway, this is your homework. You download this PPT and try to match it. We shall try to solve this problem in next session. I hope 57 minutes are almost here. Should I stop? Just raise your hand. I hope 57 minutes means too much. इसमें प्रॉब्लम ऐसा है कि हम लोग आपसे बात नहीं कर सकते. Thank you, Abhishek, Anushraj. So do not forget to send me screenshots. Shruti, Mandar Deshmukh, Sahil, Swaraj. So I am stopping here. You please download this PPT from the office folder and just go through the same PPT before next session. We shall work out on two more examples on same method. As I told you, there are many methods, but this is one method, which is good method. And even if you have a complex and large number of states in your machine, you can easily minimize it. So by far now, I'm thankful to you. Please send me your personal WhatsApps. I want your remarks. Thank you.